Hello everyone, it's me, it's Mark, and I'm here with you for another live stream class. Yay! Before I do anything, I need to know if you can see me. I need to know if you can hear me. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is A-okay. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is how it should be. Lolly says yes, thank you, Lolly. Helga says yes, thank you, Helga. Sleepwalker says yes, thank you, Sleepwalker. Hello, Mitra. Peter, hello, hello. Tomas is here. Hello, Tomas. Mitra says yes, thank you. Tomas says yes, thank you. Okay. Says yes, thank you, Tetsuro. It's good to see you all because, of course, without you, there's no reason for me to be here. As you know, we always start our class with the toast. Hello, Henna. Whatever you're drinking, pick it up. I have hot black coffee. This is what I will toast with. How about you? We are going to do two toasts. Our first toast is for the green team, the members of the channel. You see them. Their names are in green. They support me. They support the channel every month financially. So let's give the green team a big thank you. Here we go. Cheers, bump, cheers, bump. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. Bottoms up. Oh. And our second toast, it's for you. Because without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So let's toast to you. Let's toast to a fun, interesting, informative, and productive lesson today. Cheers, bump, cheers, bump. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. Bottoms up. Okay, let's talk about today's lesson plan. And here it is, right here. And we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 activities today. We are going to start our class with an idiom. I will write the idiom on the board, and you will make sentences using that idiom. Then after that, we have form a sentence. I will write a pattern on the board. You will make sentences using the pattern. And there's also a worksheet that goes with the pattern. After that, we have video dictation. There you will listen and write sentences word for word. There are 8 sentences, and there's also a quiz, and there's shadowing, and lots of practice for you. After that, we have Lolly's Revenge. That's a conversation between 2 people. There are 4 steps, lots of practice again for you. And then we're going to finish our class with another idiom, but this last idiom is a worksheet, and we have example sentences done by the green team, the members of the channel. So we start with an idiom and we finish with the idiom. It's an idiom sandwich, right? Okay, well, let's get right into it, shall we? Our first activity is an idiom, and today's idiom is count on. Count on. If you know what that means, if you know what count on means, please write it in the chat. Our first idiom is count on. If you know it, please write it in the chat. What does it mean? Okay, number 1. Our idiom is count on. Okay, count on. If you know what it means, write it in the chat. Oh, good, Sleepwalker. Sea and Sun, hello, hello. Okay, Sleepwalker got it. That is correct. Rely on. I have depend on. That's the same thing. Yeah, Lolly, depend on, trust. Yeah, so there's lots of ways to say it. Rely on, depend on, trust. Good, good, good. You can believe a person. Yeah, good, Helga. Yep, yep. Believe a person, rely on a person, depend on a person, trust a person. Yep, you guys are very good. Okay, I'm going to say depend on. Depend on. Okay, count on, depend on. And of course, we have to have example sentences, and then you will make your own sentence. So my example sentence is, you can always count on Fred in an emergency. You can always count on Fred in any emergency. In any emergency. Yeah, good, good. Tomas says, I count on you means, no, you will help me. Yep, good, good, Tomas. So my sentence again, you can always count on Fred in any emergency. He's always there. In case there's an emergency, in case there's trouble, Fred will always be there. He will always help out. We can count on Fred. Peter, I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, so write your sentences. Now, the chat, we like to practice, right? In the chat. Well, actually, the chat is a place for you to practice these patterns that we do, our activities we do. And by you participating in the chat, by you practicing in the chat, you're doing two things. You're helping yourself and you're helping others, because we learn by examples. So the more examples there are, the more sentences there are, the more examples there are. So help yourself, help others at the same time. So be sure to write your sentences in the chat. Let's practice together in the chat. So I'm reading your sentences now, and we got Sleepwalker, her sentence. I'm counting on you in this situation. Helga says, you can only count on yourself. Hannah says, rely on and depend on. Yes, Hannah. Peter says, I count on to me only. Peter, I'm not sure what you mean. I count on you? How about that? Or I count on only you, right? So maybe there's lots of people at your work, in your office, and there's one person you depend on, right? One person you rely on. So you will say, oh, I count on you only. Sleepwalker, our team was counting on this player, but he let us down. Oh no. Maitra, we can always count on Mark for great English lessons. Maitra, mwah, kisses to you. Lolly says, after all these years of friendship, I know I can count on her to keep my secrets. Good. You can say, yeah. Oh, you have a secret? You can count on me to keep it, right? I'll keep your secret. You can count on me. I will for sure keep your secret. I will never tell anyone your secret. Tetsuro says, the things you can count on are family and friends. Well said. Maitra, you can count on me if you need any help. Henna, you can always count on me whenever you need help. Very good. Great sentences, everyone. Great examples, right? We are learning a lot from each other. We are learning a lot in the chat. Tomas says, Peter, oh, he aren't able to, he's not able to count on other people. Okay, Tomas. So Peter says, I can't count on other people. I can't count on other people. Okay, Peter? Thank you, Tomas. So Peter's sentence is, I can't count on other people. Lolly says, I can count on Mark when I don't understand some English grammar point. I'll try. I'll do my best, Lolly. I'll do my best to help you. Mitra, she is a liar. You can't count on her. Tomas. Yeah, so Tomas, we say, I am not able to count on other people. Okay, yeah, you can say I can't count on other people, or you can say I'm not able to count on other people. So we can say it either way. Either ways is same idea. I can't count on other people. I am not able to count on other people, right? So able to, can to, basically the same, right? Able to equals can. Like, for example, I am able to play tennis. I can play tennis. Yeah, so, or just himself. So I can only count on myself. I can only count on myself. Sleepwalker, I counted on my memory when I took the exam. I only count on myself. Yeah. So you have to be careful when you're counting on your memory. I have to be careful when I'm counting on my memory. So sometimes my memory lets me down. I can't always count on my memory. So important things I like to write down. Tetsuro, however hard it's to talk to him, I'll count on him. Okay, Tetsuro, one more time. However hard it's to talk to him, I'll count on him. Oh, okay. How about this, Tetsuro? I understand what you mean, what you're thinking. However hard it is, to talk about something, I can count on him. Right? So maybe you have trouble, right? You have something you want to share. You can't share with anybody. It's kind of like a secret, but it's a personal. It's a personal situation, and so even though it's hard to talk about, I can count on him. Mitra, if you want to have pizza, count on me. That's almost like, actually it's not count on, it's like count me in. I know what you're saying. So Mitra, this is count on, depend on. For pizza, do you want to have, you can count me in. Count me in, meaning I will also have it. I also want it. So it's that's a different idiom there, Mitra. Okay, Hannah, I can count on him whenever I need someone to talk to. That's a great sentence. Great sentence, Hannah. I can count on him whenever I need someone to talk to. Very good, very good. Okay, well, I'm looking at the clock. I think we need to change activities. If you want to keep writing these sentences, if you want to keep practicing using this idiom, go ahead. But I'm going to go ahead and go to our next activity, and that's form a sentence. Anne says, I'm late, I'm late. There's pizza. No pizza. Hello, Anne, how are you? Okay. Okay, good. All right, let's go to, hey, Roberto. Hello, Roberto. Okay, our second activity is form a sentence. I will write the pattern on the board. There's a worksheet, and then after we look at the worksheet, then you'll make your own sentences. So, step 1, I will write the pattern. Step 2, we will look at a worksheet. Step 3, you will make sentences. Okay, our sentence is, okay, and the pattern is, the sentence is, I practice whenever I can. I practice whenever I can. So here you're gonna put something in here to finish the sentence. So I practice, so something you do repeatedly, and so some you do repeatedly, right? You practice, but whenever you can, when you have time, right? So when you have time, you like to practice this thing. Whenever you have time, when you have some time, you practice this thing. It could be practice your English whenever you can, practice tennis, practice, I don't know, programming whenever you can, something to get better, something to get better at. So let's look at some example sentences. Let's look at the worksheet. Okay, there it is. It's too small. It's got to be bigger, right? We need it to be bigger. And by the way, for all the worksheets that we do here, you can get on my Patreon. Support me there so I can support you here. So go to my Patreon, get the worksheets, support me there so I can support you here. Okay, let's make the worksheet larger so we can see. Okay, there we go. I practice whenever I can. Dedication to improving or enjoying an activity whenever the opportunity arises. Dedication to improving or enjoying an activity whenever the opportunity arises. So when you have time, right? Okay, here we go. Our first example. I practice painting whenever I can. I practice painting whenever I can. I practice shooting basketball hoops whenever I can. I practice shooting basketball hoops whenever I can. Okay, next. I practice speaking English whenever I can. I practice speaking English whenever I can. I practice singing whenever I can. I practice singing whenever I can. I practice speaking in public whenever I can. I practice speaking in public whenever I can. I practice doing puzzles whenever I can. I practice doing puzzles whenever I can. Okay. Good. Now let's see your sentences. Samuel, hello. Samuel's here. Oh, good. Helga says, I practice Japanese whenever I can. Sleepwalker, I practice cooking whenever I can. Tomas, I practice English whenever I can. And I practice PowerPoint presentations whenever I can. Sleepwalker, I practice drawing whenever I can. Hannah, I practice my writing skills whenever I can. Vivi, flowers. Hello, hello. Lolly says, I practice doing yoga whenever I can. Good, good. Maitra says, I practice doing exercises whenever I can. Okay, is that you guys? Oh, okay, Sleepwalker. I practice playing chess whenever I can. Oh, good, good, good. Lolly, I practice speaking English and Italian whenever I can. Okay, great. Okay, Tetsuro, I practice meditating whenever I can. Good. Greetings, Roberto. Okay, I think that's good. You guys are not a problem with this. It's not, you know, it's not difficult at all, right? The pattern is basic and not complex, right? And it's something that you would say when you're talking with a friend, you know, or you know, you're asking to talk about yourself, right? So things that you like to do. Maybe you have a routine, right? And you would just say, oh, I play tennis every Saturday, right? That's your routine. I play golf every Sunday, for example, or I play golf once a month. That's your routine. Here, it's not a routine. It's when you have time, you do it. So then you say, oh yeah, I play golf once a month, and I like to paint whenever I can. Or you can say, I go to an English class twice a week, and I practice speaking whenever I can, right? So I go to an English school twice a week, and I practice speaking English whenever I can, right? So your routine, you wouldn't say whenever I can, right? Because that's in your schedule. It's already determined, right? You have a schedule, and so that's what you do for your schedule. This is what you do when you have time. And so it's not a scheduled activity, it's when you have time, okay? So it's a good thing to add to introducing yourself, describing things you like, right? So I play golf every month, and I paint whenever I can, okay? So good job. All right, Zara, good, good, good. Peter, I practice learning Spanish whenever I can. Good, good, good. Hey, Marcos is here. Hello, Marcos. Oh no, Tetsuro, I practice walking my cats whenever I can. Some cats can walk, right? Some cats don't like walking on a leash, right? You need a leash for a cat. Okay, Anne says I practice speaking Indonesian whenever I can. Okay, good job, everyone. Let's go to our next activity, shall we? Okay, good, good, good. All right, so now we're going to do video dictation, everybody. So you need a pencil and paper. Yes, you need a pencil and paper because it's dictation, and dictation is listening and writing. All right, and there will be 8 sentences. 8 sentences. Number 3 is video dictation. And what's our topic today? Oh, our topic today is time phrases. Time phrases. So with our sentence here, whenever I can, that we don't know the time. Right? Here, we don't know the time. It's not determined, right? It's when you have free time, you can do it. So we don't have a time phrase. But if you know the time, then we use a phrase like tomorrow. I'm going to play golf tomorrow. Or I'm going to play golf in 2 days, right? So tomorrow, in 2 days, the day after, yesterday, the day before yesterday, last week, next week. Those are all time phrases, okay? So that's what we're going to do with our video dictation, and we'll have 4 steps. Actually, five. Step 1 is dictation, listening and writing. And then we're going to shadow, that is speaking practice. And then after that, we're going to check the sentences. And then after that, we're going to have a quiz. And then we'll review the sentences. Okay, so there we go. It's our video dictation. You need a pencil and paper. And there will be 8 sentences. I will read each sentence 2 times. There will be 8 sentences. I will read each sentence twice. So please listen carefully and write down the sentence word for word. Oh, Henna, that's very good. That's right. Henna says, I attend my English class twice a week and I practice my writing skills whenever I can. Perfect, Henna. Perfect. I like it. So Henna's sentence, she had her schedule, right? Twice a week. That's a time phrase. And then in addition to her English classes that are scheduled, she practices writing whenever she can. So whenever she has extra time, whenever she has free time, she practices her writing. That's perfect. And it sounds really good. It sounds very natural. It's very smooth. Okay, good. All right, so here we go. It's dictation time. You need a pencil. You need paper. I will not be able to see the chat because I will be reading the sentences. So sorry about that. Okay, let's find the video here. I see it. Okay, good. There we go. Okay, so time phrases is the topic. There are 8 sentences. I will not be able to see the chat. I can't see the chat now because I'm looking at the sentences, not the chat. Okay, are you ready? Do you have your pencil? Do you have your paper? Okay, good. Here we go. We're counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's roll the video. Dictation time. Number 1, I went fishing a few days ago. I went fishing a few days ago. It snowed the other day. It snowed the other day. I filled up the car the day before yesterday. I filled up the car the day before yesterday. I'm seeing a movie the day after tomorrow. I'm seeing a movie the day after tomorrow. Let's go out a week from Friday. Let's go out a week from Friday. I went on vacation the year before last. I went on vacation the year before last. 7. I'm getting a computer the week after next. I'm getting a computer the week after next. Number 8, I'm switching jobs the month after next. I'm switching jobs the month after next. Okay, good. That was dictation. I read each sentence twice. There were 8 sentences. I read them twice. You are listening and writing. That is dictation. Now it's time to shadow. That is speaking practice. We are going to say the sentence 3 times. You will not be able to see the sentence. You're just listening and speaking. Where dictation is listening and writing, shadowing is listening and speaking. Okay, here we go. And you will see the picture, but not the sentence. So we're going to say the sentences 3 times together. Here we go. Ready? Number 1. I went fishing a few days ago. I went fishing a few days ago. I went fishing a few days ago. It snowed the other day. It snowed the other day. It snowed the other day. I filled up the car the day before yesterday. I filled up the car the day before yesterday. I filled up the car the day before yesterday. I'm seeing a movie the day after tomorrow. I'm seeing a movie the day after tomorrow. I'm seeing a movie the day after tomorrow. Let's go out a week from Friday. Let's go out a week from Friday. Let's go out a week from Friday. I went on vacation the year before last. I went on vacation the year before last. I went on vacation the year before last. I'm getting a computer the week after next. I'm getting a computer the week after next. I'm getting a computer the week after next. I'm switching jobs the month after next. I'm switching jobs the month after next. I'm switching jobs the month after next. Okay, good. Okay, that was shadowing. We said the sentences 3 times together. Yeah, so you're shadowing me, you're speaking, you're listening and speaking at the same time as I was. Yeah, that is shadowing. We said the sentences together. Okay, now perhaps you weren't sure about your sentence. Perhaps you weren't sure you got all the words correct. You're not sure you got all the words in your sentence. So now we're going to check the sentences. So we're going to see what they look like. Okay, good. And I always say this, if you got it right, shoot some hearts, let everyone know you got it right. Right? So in the chat, you might have some hearts. Go ahead and shoot those up if you got it right. Let's have a look at the sentences. Check your sentences. Here we go. There it is. I went fishing a few days ago. I went fishing a few days ago. Right? Ago, a few days ago, that's in the past. So the verb is went, right? I went fishing a few days ago. If you got it right, shoot some hearts. Okay, hearts in the chat, good. Number 2, it snowed the other day. Again, we're in the past. The other day, maybe yesterday, maybe 2 days ago. So it snowed, right? That's past tense. And because the time, so the verb is past and the time phrase is in the past. It snowed the other day. It's in the past. Okay. Number 3, I filled up the car the day before yesterday. Another past tense, right? I filled up. There we go. Past tense. Filled up the car. That means put gas in the car. You filled it all the way up. The tank is full. You filled it up. You can't put more in it because it's full. And the day before yesterday, 2 days ago. The day before yesterday, that's 2 days ago. Saima. Okay, I saw a heart in the chat. That's good. More hearts. Good. Okay, now we're in the future. Now we're in the future. I'm seeing a movie the day after tomorrow. That's in 2 days. In the day after tomorrow, and then after that. So that's in 2 days. I'm seeing a movie the day after tomorrow. So that's 2 days in the future. let's go out a week from Friday. Okay, we're in the future. We're in the future here. Let's go out a week from Friday. So this week, Friday, the following Friday, right? The following Friday. Not this Friday, but the next Friday. A week from Friday. Okay, we're now in the past. Went, right? That's in the past tense. The year before last, right? So the time phrase is in the past. I went on vacation the year before last, right? So not last year, but 2 years ago. I went on vacation the year before last. That's 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Hey, Richie D. Okay, now we're in the future. I'm getting a computer the week after next. I'm getting a computer the week after next. So in 2 weeks, right? We have this week, and then we have, the week after next. So we have next week, and then after that. So that's in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. In the future. Okay, here's our last sentence. I'm switching jobs the month after next. We're in the future. I'm switching jobs. That means get a new job. Get a new job. Switching jobs. Get a different job. Get a new job. Change jobs. I'm switching jobs the month after next. So we have next month and then after that. So in 2 months. In 2 months, I'm getting a different job. I'm getting a new job. I'm changing jobs. I'm switching jobs. All right, so that was check your sentences. And now it's time for a quiz. It's easy to forget, difficult to remember. That's what we want to do. We want to remember the sentences. We want to remember these time phrases. So the quiz, in the quiz, you will see the picture and then you will write the sentence in the chat. Do you remember the sentence? That's the quiz. Can you remember the sentence? There are 4 sentences, right? So when we had our dictation and shadowing, there was 8. But for the quiz, there are 4. So you will see the picture, but not the sentence. You have to write the sentence, right? It's your job to remember. It's your challenge to remember. There it is, right there. Our first sentence in the quiz. There's the picture. Do you remember the sentence? Write the sentence in the chat. Write the sentence in the chat. Do you remember the sentence? Okay, Helga, Sleepwalker, I see them. Very good. I see Lolly's sentence. I see Tomas's sentence. There's Zara's sentence. Hello, Zara. Tetsuro's sentence. Maitra's sentence. There's Henna's sentence. Okay, let's go ahead and have a look, shall we? How did you do? Yeah, very good. there it is. It snowed the other day. The other day, I wouldn't say yesterday. You would say yesterday. So that's a good question. So yesterday, you know, if it's yesterday, we mostly say yesterday, right? 99% of the time, if it's yesterday, you say yesterday. However, if it's 2 or 3 days, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be precisely. It doesn't have to be exactly. If you're telling a story, you know, you're talking to your friends about something in the past, and maybe it was 2 days ago, maybe it was 3 days ago, you would just say, oh, the other day, but not yesterday. Okay, good, Sleepwalker. No, Tomas. The other day is further back. Okay, good. Okay, let's go to our second. Okay, there is the picture. Do you remember the sentence? Write the sentence in the chat. Write the sentence in the chat. Yeah, yes, it does, Tomas. Good. So the other day means more than yesterday, further back than yesterday. Oh, good, Peter. Thank you. Okay, I see Sleepwalker's sentence. Okay, Helga. There is Lolly's sentence. There is Tetsuro's sentence. Okay, let's go ahead and look. All right, there it is. I filled up the car the day before yesterday. That is 2 days. Okay, so the one before the other day, right? Was it the other day? So that's 2 or 3. The day before yesterday, that's 2 days ago. That equals 2 days ago. That's more exact. This is more exact. The day before yesterday, because we have yesterday, so that's exact, right? Yesterday, and then the day before yesterday. So that's another day in the past. So it's 2 yesterday, and then the day before. So that's 2 days. Okay, Tetsuro says, Mark, it is hard to talk to him. Is it correct sentence, or do I need some context? So Tetsuro, perhaps the context is what you were. Yeah, you need context, right? So, for example, if you're talking about your neighbor, you know, you could say, oh, my neighbor, he's making a lot of noise. My neighbor leaves his trash in the wrong place. My neighbor slams the door. My neighbor parks in the wrong parking space. It's hard to talk to him because I'm afraid he will get angry. I'm afraid he will become violent. So yeah, so we need context. Yeah, thank you, Sleepwalker. Okay, let's go to our next Okay, there we go. There's the picture. Do you remember the sentence? There's the picture. Do you remember the sentence? Write the sentence in the chat. Okay, Sleepwalker is on the board. Okay, I see Helga. I see Lolly's sentence. Okay, Tetsuro is on the board. Maitra is on the board. Okay, let's have a look, shall we? Zara, good. Here we go. Good. And the sentence is, let's go out a week from Friday. Let's go out a week from Friday. So let's say today is Tuesday. And so we have Friday. And then a week from Friday, that's the following Friday. So that's in 2 weeks. Not this Friday, but the next one. Okay, we got one more for the quiz, and then we will review the sentences. We'll roll the video and we'll go through them all 8 without stopping. So review will be, we're gonna let the video run and we will say all 8 without stopping. Here we go. This is the last sentence for the quiz. Do you remember the sentence? Write the sentence in the chat. Okay, Sleepwalker is on the board. Helga's on the board. They're very fast on the keyboard. They have great memories. They have a memory like a steel trap. There is Lolly. There is Tetsuro. I wish I had Sleepwalker's memory. I wish I had Helga's memory. I wish I had Lolly's memory. You guys are all, you have super memories. I wish I had a super memory. Okay, Maitra, good? Okay, let's switch, or let's check it out. Oh, Sleepwalker, very kind. You're very kind. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look. Good, Zara. Roberto, nice. There it is. Good job, everyone. I'm switching jobs the month after next. I'm switching jobs the month after next. Very good. That was the quiz. We had 4 sentences for the quiz. You guys did great. You remembered all the sentences. That's great because if you remembered them, then you can use them, right? So that's what's great about remembering. If you remember, then you can use it, right? If you forget, it's gone. You can't use it, right? So we're here to remember and to use, yeah? Okay. Let's review. And the review, we're just going to roll the video. We're going to say all 8 sentences without stopping. There will be no stopping. Okay? Are you ready? I'm ready. I hope you are ready. Let's review. Here we go. Countdown to review time. We're saying the sentences. We're not stopping. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Let's say the sentences. I went fishing a few days ago. It snowed the other day. I filled up the car the day before yesterday. I'm seeing a movie the day after tomorrow. Let's go out a week from Friday. I went on vacation the year before last. I'm getting a computer the week after next. I'm switching jobs the month after next. Okay, good. All right, so that was the video dictation. We practiced some time phrases. We had dictation practice. We had shadowing practice. We checked the sentences. There was a quiz and we reviewed all the sentences. Yes, we did. That was well done, everyone. Nicely done. Okay, good. That was video dictation. Okay, well, actually, I want to make it smaller. Actually, I want to get it out of the way. Let's get it out of the way here. Okay, good. Okay, our next activity is, yes, Mike Trey, you are correct. It is Lolly's Revenge. We are now going to do Lolly's Revenge. Mwah. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Number 4. And there'll also be, well, there'll be 4 steps for Lolly's Revenge. Video dictation, we had a review. We're not going to do 5. We're going to do 4. And the first one is the conversation. Then after that, we have questions and answers. So you have to listen carefully. I will read the conversation 3 times and then ask you questions, and then you will answer the questions. After that, we will read the conversation, and then we will shadow the conversation. We will be Joe. We will be Sue. We will be the conversation. We will shadow it. And Lolly's Revenge is a conversation between 2 people, Joe and Sue. When you see my thumb, Joe is speaking. When you see my pinky, Sue is speaking. Please say hello to Joe. Hello, Joe. Please say hello to Sue. Hello, Sue. Okay, so we got Joe and Sue. I will read the conversation 3 times. I will not be able to see the chat because I will be reading the conversation. So please listen carefully because there will be questions. Yes, and I want you to answer the questions. Okay, here we go. Lolly's Revenge. I see the conversation. I don't see the chat. Okay, are you ready? Please listen carefully. I will read the conversation 3 times. Here we go. Step 1, conversation, Lolly's Revenge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Joe is first. This is Joe. Joe says, Sue, I've got terrible news. What is it? Dean at work got laid off. Oh no, what happened? The company is cutting costs. What does that mean for you? For now, it means more work. Will you get a raise? No way. More work, same money. Hey, at least you still have a job. Okay, That was one time. Here we go. Second time, Joe is first. Sue, I've got terrible news. What is it? Dean at work got laid off. Oh no, what happened? The company is cutting costs. What does that mean for you? For now, it means more work. Will you get a raise? No way. More work, same money. Hey, at least you still have a job. Okay, we got one more time. I will read it for the third time. And then I got 4 questions for you. I got 4 questions for you about the conversation. Okay, here we go. Third and final time. Joe is first. Sue, I've got terrible news. What is it? Dean at work got laid off. Oh no, what happened? The company is cutting costs. What does that mean for you? For now, it means more work. Will you get a raise? No way. More work, same money. Hey, at least you still have a job. Okay, that was the conversation. I will be able to see the chat. That's right, Helga. You know how it works, Helga. Redundant, no. Layoff means like no job. If you are laid off, that means you're not fired. When you're fired, you do a bad job, right? Let's say, fired is you do a bad job, or you do something bad, you get fired. Laid off means that they don't need you. Yeah, redundant, I see what you're saying, redundant. Redundant is like repeat the same thing in a way. Laid off is lose your job. Lose your job. So Joe's friend lost his job. Okay, yeah, okay, good, Lolly. Yeah, not fired. Laid off does not equal fired. No. Okay, here, let's do our questions now. Okay, here we go. Question number 1. What, wait, I didn't check it off. Sorry. So we did the conversation. Okay, now we got 4 questions. Question number 1. What is Joe's news? What is Joe's news? What is Joe's news? And I will put the question here. Okay, there it is. What is Joe's news? Yeah, Helga, Dean is a man's name. So what is Joe's news? Yeah, good, Sleepwalker. Yeah. Yeah, Zara. So Joe got bad news. That's right. Lolly, Dean got laid off. Yeah, good, correct. Tomas, Dean, yes, Dean is a name. That's right. Mitra, Dean at work got laid off. Good. Tesro, it's the news that Dean at work got laid off. Perfect. That is good. Perfect. Okay, number 2. Question number 2. No, Roberto. So, fired is you did something bad and they tell you to leave. Get out of here. You're fired. Laid off is they can't use you, it's not your fault, right? You're fired, you did something bad, it's your fault. Laid off, the company had no choice. So you didn't do anything wrong. The company had no choice. Okay, number 2. Question number 2. Why was Dean laid off? Question number 2. Why was Dean laid off? Why was Dean laid off? And I will put right there. So number 2, question number 2. Why was Dean laid off? Yeah, Sleepwalker. Yeah, there you go. Good, Sleepwalker. Yes, Mitra. Yes, good, Lolly. Yep. Cutting expenses. Cutting costs. Yes, Tetsuro. That's right, Helga. Everyone got it right. So the reason why Dean was laid off is the company is cutting costs. So they don't want to pay Dean's salary, right? Yeah, good, Tomas, because cut down the costs. That's right. So the company must cut down the costs. Good. Okay. Question number 3, everybody. You got 1 correct? You got 2 correct? What about 3? Can you get 3 correct? Let's see. Number 3. What is Sue thankful for? What is Sue thankful for? What is Sue thankful for? That is our next question. Question 3. What is Sue thankful for? Yes, Marcos. Good. Okay, Lolly. Yeah, good, Lolly. Number 3, what is Sue thankful for? Lolly says, because Joe still has a job. That's right. Because at least Joe still has a job. Joe still has a job. Yes, Tomas, good. Joe still has a job. Helga. Sue is thankful for Joe has a job. Good, Helga. Roberto, because the company, yeah, needed to cut costs. That's right. Number 3. Mitra, because Joe still has a job. Joe still has a job. Tetsuo, she is thankful that he still has a job. Good. Sleepwalker, Sue is thankful for that Joe still has a job. Zara, Joe has a job. Mitra, because at least Joe still has a job. Saima, Joe still has a job. Marcos, she is thankful that Joe still has a job. Lolly, Joe still has a job. Perfect. Roberto, she was thankful for Joe not to get laid off. Yeah, or she was thankful Joe didn't get laid off. Joe didn't get laid off. That's right. Good, good, good. Henna, because Joe still has a job. Perfect. Okay, question number 4. It's for you. Question 4 is for you. It's not about Joe. It's not about Sue. It's about you. It's not Joe. It's not Sue. It's you. And question number 4 is, do you know anyone who has been laid off recently? Do you know anyone who has been laid off recently? Do you know anyone who has been laid off recently? That's the question for you. That's your question. It's right here. Do you know anyone who has been laid off recently? Helga says, no, I don't. No. Sleepwalker, no, I can't recall. That's good. That's good. That's good. We need to work. We need our jobs. Good, Tomas. Sue, thank heaven. Thanks heaven. No, it should be thank heaven. No S there, Tomas. Thank heaven, Joe, you still have a job. Good, good. Thank heaven. Sleepwalker. Sleepwalker says, it seems like Joe is a valuable employee. Zara, I don't know. So number 4, do you know anyone who has been laid off recently? Good, good, Tetsuo. Yeah, good, good, Tomas. Thank heaven. Thank heaven we all have a job. We need to work. We got bills. We got to buy food. Yeah, good, Tomas. We have people who need us. We have people who are dependent upon us. Okay, I'm happy to hear that. Being laid off is not very good. Okay, that was, yeah, Tomas, we can stay alive. We can eat another day. we could be in our house another day. Okay, good, Marcos. Marcos says, fortunately, I don't know anyone. Good. Henna, no, I don't know anyone. No, I don't. Good, okay, we're all, that's great, everybody. Good news for all of us. Me too. Me too. I don't know anyone who's been laid off recently. Okay, yeah. So Lolly says, a friend was laid off during COVID because the owner closed the bar. Yep. So COVID was a bad time because many businesses were shut down, or people didn't go out, people didn't support businesses. So at that time, a few years ago, many people lost their jobs, many people were laid off, but now things are getting back to normal things, you know, so I think people are going out for sure, of course, right? People are going out, people are, you know, participating in the economy, where during COVID, people didn't really participate in the economy, right? But now we're all back in the economy, working and spending. Okay, Sleepwalker has a question. Mark, what we call if someone is temporarily suspended from work? Not a sabbatical. Actually, like, laid off means you could come back, right? So, you know, like you're not fired, right? And so they can call you back to work. I'm thinking, is there a special name? Like laid off, you're not fired. They just, sorry, we can't afford to pay you right now, but if business gets better, we want you to come back. But you're saying that they're for sure coming back. Yeah, temporarily laid off. Good, and maybe that's good. Yeah, temporarily laid off. That's I think that's the best choice of words. Yeah, Sumayet. Hello, Sumayet. It's good to work for yourself. No one can fire you. That's a good point. There you go, Sumayet. That is a good point. You're welcome, Sleepwalker. Yeah, Sumayet. If you if you work for yourself, if you have your own business, you're not going to be fired. You're not going to be laid off, but you can go bankrupt. That is the downfall. So if you have your own business, the danger is going bankrupt, not making money. That's the thing. So it's all, it's tough. It's tough, Lolly, I'm not laid off. Mwah. Thank you, Lolly. Mwah. I'm still working. Thank you to Lolly. Thanks to Lolly. I'm still working. Mwah. Thanks to Lolly. I can eat another day. I can have another day to live. Mwah. Thank you, Lolly. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. You get right here, Lolly. You have you get a heart. You get a heart right here, Lolly. Thank you so much. Yay, Lolly. Thank you so much. Love you. Mwah. One more kiss. Mwah. Thank you so much. Okay, good job. Okay, yeah, so let's go to our next part. That was question answer. Oh, I see. Okay, Helga. Actually, let me real quick. Thank you again, Lolly. Kisses. And Helga, Sumayet, that's how he practices his English. So Sumayet, he likes to rewrite sentence. So if Sumayet sees a sentence he likes, he writes it himself, and that's how he learns. That's how Sumayet practices his English. So Helga, he's doing that because he likes your sentence. He's doing that to learn. Okay, so he's not doing that to be mean, or Sumayet is a nice guy. He's a good guy, and that's how he practices his English. Sleepwalker. Oh, I didn't see. Sorry, Tetsuro. Oh, California. Yeah, so I'm from that area. So where I grew up in Manhattan Beach, which is further south, where the fires are, like Malibu, Pacific Palisades. That area, there's lots of trees and brush and mountains. And so that's where the fires are. And it's just unbelievable. It's terrible. Of course, I live in Japan, but I've been watching the news every day, on YouTube, and it's terrible. All those places that are burning, I've been there. I know those places. It's not where I grew up. It's not where well, I don't have a house, but it's not where my sister lives. It's not where my mother lives. It's not where my father lives. It's not where my brother lives. So they're further south, where there's not so many mountains and trees. So yeah, it's terrible what's happening in Southern California. It's heartbreaking. A lot of it is like bad people doing things. Some of the fires were natural. I think now what's happening, there's lots of arson, people setting fire. So it's a mess. It's terrible. It's unbelievable. Oh, I don't even want to talk about it because yeah. Anyways, yeah. Thank you for asking about the California fires. Thank you. It's terrible. And yeah, insurance. That's a big topic in California, fire insurance, because the insurance companies are leaving the state. They're saying, we're not going to do it. We're not going to insure your house. So a lot of people don't have insurance, and they don't have, the rich people, they're okay, right? because they have enough money to rebuild, but just the normal middle-class people, the working, just not the Hollywood celebrities, but just the normal people, they work hard, they save their money, they bought a home, they're maybe living month to month, they don't have a lot of money in the bank, and now this happens, so a lot of people are going to be hurting badly, so bad situation. Okay, let's not talk about that right now because it makes me cry. So anyways, let's have a look at the conversation. Let's read the conversation, right? Let's look at the sentences. I will put the conversation on the board. Let's read it together. Here we go. Okay, there is the conversation. Let's read it together. We will read it 3 times together. Thank you again, Lolly. I really appreciate Lolly. You're very... Lolly, she's on the green team. She helps me on Patreon and extra support. So Lolly is very kind to me. Very kind. Okay, here we go. And Joe is first. Here we go. Sue, I've got terrible news. What is it? Dean at work got laid off. Oh no, what happened? The company is cutting costs. What does that mean for you? For now, it means more work. Will you get a raise? No way. More work, same money. Hey, at least you still have a job. Okay, here we go. We're going to do it 3 times. Sue, I've got terrible news. What is it? Dean at work got laid off. Oh no, what happened? The company is cutting costs. What does that mean for you? For now, it means more work. Will you get a raise? No way. More work, same money. Hey, at least you still have a job. Okay, one more time. Sue, I've got terrible news. What is it? Dean at work got laid off. Oh no, what happened? The company is cutting costs. What does that mean for you? For now, it means more work. Will you get a raise? No way. More work, same money. Hey, at least you still have a job. Okay, good. Well, that was the conversation. We read it together. Yeah, so we saw the sentences. We saw all the vocabulary, right? Now it's time to shadow the conversation. We will be Joe. We will be Sue. We will be the conversation. We're going to shadow. That is, you're going to be speaking with me at the same time. Okay, I will have to look at the sentences again, so I can't see the chat. Oh, Tetsuro says, Mark, I see. I hope all the people will be safe. Thank you, Tetsuro. Mwah. I do too. Thank you. Okay, here we go. We are going to shadow the conversation. Here we go. We're going to say each sentence 3 times together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sue, I've got terrible news. I've got terrible news. I've got terrible news. What is it? What is it? What is it? Dean at work got laid off. Dean at work got laid off. Dean at work got laid off. Oh no, what happened? Oh no, what happened? Oh no, what happened? The company is cutting costs. The company is cutting costs. The company is cutting costs. What does that mean for you? What does that mean for you? What does that mean for you? For now, it means more work. For now, it means more work. For now, it means more work. Will you get a raise? Will you get a raise? Will you get a raise? No way. More work, same money. No way. No way. More work, same money. No way. More work, same money. Hey, at least you still have a job. Hey, at least you still have a job. Hey, at least you still have a job. Okay, that was shadowing. We said each sentence 3 times. Let's have a look again. No, I have to go here. Okay, so what we're doing, right? So we went over the conversation, right? Here you're listening, and then I asked you questions, then we read it, right? And then we shadowed it. But before we say goodbye to Joe and Sue today, let's look at the conversation one more time. Let's just have a look at the sentences one more time. Let's read the conversation one more time just to tie it up so we can finish it, okay? So we're going to look at it just one more time. We're going to say the sentences together one more time. We're going to read the sentences one more time. Sue, I've got terrible news. What is it? Dean at work got laid off. Oh no, what happened? The company is cutting costs. What does that mean for you? For now, it means more work. Will you get a raise? No way. More work, same money. Hey, at least you still have a job. Okay, so that was our conversation today. We do one each week. Every Tuesday, we do Lolly's Revenge. Every Tuesday, it's a new story, new questions. Yeah, so I'm still able to do it, so as long as I'm able to do it, we'll do it. Okay, good. Okay, Lolly, good question. Lolly's question is, got laid off and was laid off. Yeah, so same meaning, that's right. So it's just, got laid off, was laid off. Yeah, maybe it's a little more just casual, got laid off. You know, so Joe is talking to Sue, so it's more like, you know, maybe just between friends, kind of, you know, a little more casual. Hey, did you hear he got a raise? Hey, Bob at work, hey, he got a raise. Or, oh, I've got great news, I got a raise, right? Oh, I got great news. I got a super chat from Lolly. I got great news. I got a super chat from Lolly. Mwah. Hey, I got great news. I got a bonus from Lolly. Hey, I got great news. I got extra support from Lolly. So, oh, that's better actually. Yeah, sleepwalker. So was laid off, right? That's a passive voice, right? Yeah. Okay, thank you, sleepwalker. Right, because passive was laid off. So the subject is, it's happening to the subject, right? Where he got laid. Yeah, it's both. Yeah, I mean, they're both like Dean, right? It happened to Dean, right? So, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of tough. I would, right, so they're both like means the same, right? They were both affected, right? Where they're not doing the action's happening to them. Yeah, so I was still, I would still use got more often. It really, yeah, it really depends on the whole context of your writing or what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, so these you know, these like little nuances, right? Little like got, was, right? These little nuances. It's basically a lot of it is like style too, like authors, right? When you're writing a story, you give a voice to characters, right? And so when I'm making the conversation, when I'm making Lolly's Revenge, when I'm writing the sentences, I'm kind of like, okay, I try to, you know, Sue's voice, I have her voice in my head. I have Joe's voice in my head, and so I'm imagining they're talking. I'm imagining them, and so my writing is giving them giving them voice, giving them personality, right? And so when you start, and then you have a voice in when you're writing a story, you have a voice, you have a character in your head what you're thinking, and you give them personality, you give them, you know, vocabulary. And so maybe Sue would say was, and maybe Joe would say got, right? And so you give them a personality, and so then the writing becomes, then you give them a style, right? And so word choice has a lot to do with style. And so so for me, Joe is using got, right? That's his style. Where, you know, when you're writing a story, you know, you give your character, you know, a personality, and then with that personality, you give them the type of vocabulary they use, right? So you have your vocabulary you like to use when you're talking with your friends, and so maybe if you write a story, you give a character a different vocabulary than what you use, right? Anyway, so a lot of it is like word choice, style choice, yeah? Okay, good. That was a good job. Okay, Tomas, here we go. We have a debate. Got versus was. Tomas says, I think it depends on which one writes. Got laid off or was laid off. Yeah, I have to think about that. So you could say maybe, you know, the man, you know, the old man who was working for the factory was laid off because of his low valuation. Yeah, and then more active maybe. You know, Jim, he got laid off because of the stingy boss. So they're both it's happening to the subject, right? So in both cases, the action is happening to the subject. So it's just, again, I think it's how you want to present your idea, right? Do you want to present it using got or was? And then also, how does that sound to you? You know, how do you, when, you know, for me, got is more informal, more casual, where, you know, was is more formal, basically. So again, I think it's a style choice, and it's a personality choice. It's a character choice. And a lot of times I tell students, you know, of course, you can use different words to mean the same thing. And so my advice to my students at my university is, which word do you like? Which word is easier for you to use? Which word is more natural for you? And choose the word that you like best. You know, if it's easier for you to use was in different contexts, in different ways, use was. If got is easier for you to remember and to use and to be more fluent, then use got. So basically, you know, I say, you know, use the word you like, use the word that's easier for you to use, right? Because basically the idea is to communicate. And if it's easier for you to communicate using was, go for that. If it's easier for you to communicate using got, go for that. So I think it's case by case, individual by individual. If it's your style, if your style is was, use was. If your style is got, use got. So yeah, it's I think so too, Anne. Yeah, I agree with that, Sleepwalker. Great job. And the thing about the chat, everybody, we have great ideas. It's not always clear, right? It's not always, I can't always explain it perfectly. I don't always have the answer, right? A lot of times I don't have the answer, but you guys in the chat do it for me, right? You guys help me out a lot. We're here helping each other. Please read Sleepwalker's, well, I'll read it. So Sleepwalker says, we use the get passive, especially in informal speaking. When we use the get passive, we also place a little more emphasis on the nature of the action itself or on the person involved in the action. Very good, Sleepwalker. We form the standard passive with be plus ed. So be fired, be hit, right? We form the get passive with get plus ed, get fired, get beaten form. The tree in the garden were damaged in the wind, standard passive. I should say tree, sorry. The trees in the garden were damaged in the wind. The trees in the garden got damaged in. Okay, Helga. Mark, tell me the difference between I like to dance and I like dancing. So that's the infinitive and gerund. So I like to dance, right? So to dance is the infinitive, to dance, right? And then dancing, that's the gerund. So like is in I like dancing, like is the verb and dancing is the gerund. So basically they're the same. So it's, again, it's a style for Helga. I like to dance. I like dancing, same meaning, but again, your style. Do you like to use the infinitive or the gerund in that situation? Okay, good. Okay, we're getting in the weeds, but that's good. You know, we can talk about it, we can debate it, we can help each other. So the chat is a great place to learn and a great place to communicate with each other, practice together. Yep. Okay, good. Well, we have one more activity, and that is our idiom worksheet. And we got, you're welcome, Helga. And we got sentences written by the green team. Yes, sentences written by the green team. And this is number 5. And it's an idiom again. We have our idiom sandwich, right? Our first activity was an idiom, and our last activity is an idiom. We got an idiom sandwich, but this has a worksheet. And our idiom is look over. Yeah, and that means to examine. Okay, good. Let's have a look at the worksheet, shall we? And then, of course, you'll make your own sentences. But first, let's check out the members, the green team sentences. No, that's not it. Wrong one. That was a mistake. Sorry. I'm going to get rid of that here. Okay. Our idiom worksheet. There it is right there. We got to make it bigger. Of course, all our worksheets are on Patreon. Support me on Patreon so I can support you here. Support me there so I can support you here. All the worksheets you see and do here, we have them on Patreon. Hundreds and hundreds of worksheets. So please, if you can, go to Patreon. Help me on Patreon so I can help you here. Okay, so the worksheet, we have our idiom, we have a picture, so the picture gives context, gives meaning to the idiom, and then we have our example sentences, and then we have, you have a place to make your own sentences using the idiom. Lots of practice for you, right? So we have the idiom, what it means. We have a picture to help you understand. We have example sentences, and then places for you to practice your sentences using the idiom. And today's idiom is look over. Look over. Let's make it bigger. Look over. Look over. Okay, so look over to examine. And we have example sentences. Our first example is Marion. Marion's sentence. They carefully looked over the house before they purchased it. One more time. They carefully looked over the house before they purchased it. Nice. Lolly's sentence. Lolly says, please look over my homework to see if there are mistakes. Please look over my homework to see if there are mistakes. Of course I will, Lolly. Of course I will. And Tetsuro's sentence is, Joe never eats breakfast, but he looks over the news on the internet in the morning. Joe never eats breakfast, but he looks over the news on the internet in the morning. Marcos, his sentence. Please look over the instructions one more time to make sure you didn't miss anything. Please look over the instructions one more time to make sure You didn't miss anything. Carlos. We got more sentences. This week we got good. We got a lot of people this week, so I'm happy. Carlos, sentence. Mark always looks over our sentences before he posts the worksheet in class. Mark always looks over our sentences before he posts the worksheet in class. Yes, I do, Carlos. Melina, her sentence. She's not here right now. Milena, she is recovering from hip replacement surgery. So we wish her speedy recovery. She's in pain. So, but she's still right. She wrote her sentence today. Her sentence. It is not enough to look over the political news quickly, to not be worried, and look over the shoulder of the new powerful. So Mirena is suspicious of power, right? She is suspicious of politicians. She is a protester. One more time. It is not enough to look over the political news quickly, to not be worried, and look over the shoulder of the new powerful. Beware. Raj here. All right, Raj. She hasn't written for a while, but she got a sentence today. So hello, Raj. Thank you. Her sentence. You must look over your exam well before submitting it to the teacher. You must look over your exam well before submitting it to the teacher. And I have a sentence. Please look over the instructions so you won't break it. Please look over the instructions so you won't break it. Okay, let's see your sentences in the chat. Oh, Tomas has to go. Tomas, mwah. Okay, take it easy, Tomas. See you next week. Lolly, what's your... So, won't is will not. So, won't equals will not. Okay, Henna says, I'll look over your homework whenever I'm free. Good, Henna. Good sentence. Oh, okay, hold on, Lolly. Did I make a mistake? So, won't, yeah, so that's more casual, will not. So, won't equals will not. Hold on, I think I need the apostrophe, huh? Yeah, okay, I'll fix that. So I'm going to put it in the chat, so I need to fix that. Yeah, I'll do it after our class. Yeah, sorry. I will fix that, Lolly. Thank you. Okay, Sleepwalker, I'm looking over your report that you gave me. Okay, good sentence. Okay, let's go a couple more minutes, and then we have to do the quiz on top of the chat. There's a white box. Tetsuo, will you look over this paper who everyone says are full of mistakes? Let's see. Okay, so will you look over this paper that everyone says are full of mistakes? So I think it's better to say that instead of who. Because everyone, I would say that is better, Tetsuo. Will you look over this paper that everyone says are full of mistakes? Okay, let's go 3 minutes, okay? I will set the timer for 3 minutes. So please write your sentences using the idiom look over, and then we will do the quiz on top of the chat. There's a white box. Choose the best word. In the sentence, there's one word that's missing. You have 4 choices for the word, the best word for the sentence. Yeah, there you go, Tetsuro. Will you look over this paper that everyone says is full of mistakes? Very good. And please look over my work to see if you think it's okay. Very good sentence. Helga, oh, I didn't see. Sorry, Helga. My day begins from looking over the news on the internet. Yes. Lolly, let's look over the menu before ordering. Good. Good sentence. Yeah, so we'll go back to like Sleepwalker saying that, so when you have a verb like, for example, like, and then like, I like to dance, I like dancing. So I like dancing, then dancing becomes a noun. And so you have verb noun, right? I like dancing. So with certain verbs, they follow a gerund, and that becomes a noun. Okay, Sleepwalker. I looked over your site and I see that I can count on you. Oh, all right. So Sleepwalker used both of our idioms today. Count on, that was our first idiom. And then the idiom we're doing now, look over. And she used both. I looked over your site and I see that I can count on you. Very good. 2 idioms in 1 sentence. Nice. Hannah, I'll look over your email when I'm done with my clients. Very good. Lolly says, could you look over my homework before I hand it in? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, that's 3 minutes. Anne says, let's look over the child care center when the staff are not expecting us. Whoa. Keep them on their toes, right? And keep them honest. Keep keep them doing a good job. Okay, great. Nice. Okay, that was our idiom worksheet, yeah? And like I always say, go on Patreon, help me there so I can help you here. Help me there so I can help you here. And you get helping me out on Patreon, you get all the worksheets for that kindness from you. Okay, now we got one more thing to do. On top of the chat, there's a white box. There's a sentence. The sentence has a missing word. And there are 4 choices. Choose the best word. Let's open up the white box there. Let's check it out. Okay, are you ready for the quiz? And the sentence is, he, a letter to his friends yesterday. He, a letter to his friend yesterday. Choose the best word. Is it right? Is it writing? Is it wrote? Is it right? One more time. He, a letter to his friend yesterday. Is it right? Is it writing? Is it wrote? Is it right? Does the sentence go like this? He writes a letter to his friend yesterday. He writing a letter to his friend yesterday. He wrote a letter to his friend yesterday. He write a letter to his friend yesterday. Choose the best word. Is it writes? Is it writing? Is it wrote? Is it right? Good luck. All right. Let's see what you wrote. Yes, it is wrote. Lolly wrote. Sleepwalker wrote. Aru and Ayu bro video. Hello. Hannah wrote. Helga. He wrote a letter to his friend yesterday. That is correct. Tetsuo wrote. Yes. Aru and Ayu wrote. That is the correct word. Andrea wrote. Saima wrote. Sumayet wrote. And Hill wrote. Zara wrote. Lolly says she write a letter to. Yeah, so it's wrote. That's right. Wrote. It is past simple, irregular. Good, Sumayet. Okay. Thank you. Oh, my coffee's gone. I drank all the coffee. It's all gone. So that means the lesson's over. Coffee's over, or I should say the coffee's finished, so the lesson is finished. They go hand in hand, right? As long as there's coffee, I can keep going. But now there's no more coffee. So that means we are finished today. So good job, everyone. Yeah, Lolly, no problem. I knew that, Lolly. I knew that. Okay, good. I drank all the coffee. Coffee's finished. That means today's class is finished. Thank you, Tetsuro. Thank you so much. Okay, everyone. Great job. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your kind support. Lolly, special thank you for Lolly today. Right there. She gave me extra support. Lolly, she joined the channel. Lolly is a patron, and today she gave me extra support. So thank you so much, Lolly. Thank you. Love you. Thank you. Love you. All right, everyone. I will be back on Friday, 10 a.m. Until Friday, please come back to my channel every day for new videos, for quizzes, for other things. I pretty much post something every day. Either it's a quiz, it's a short, or it's a regular video. So anyways, come and check out my channel every day. I love you for that. Thank you so much. And everyone, have a great week. Today's Tuesday. I'm here in Japan. Today in Japan, it is 7:04 p.m. here. So wherever you are, have a great week. Love and peace to you and your family. Be safe. Stay healthy. Smile. When you smile, you're happy. And by smiling, you share that happiness with others, because when you smile, other people smile back to you. So it's very important to smile, share happiness, and share love, and be a good person. Okay, let's say goodbye together. Lolly, Lolly says, I'll support you forever. Mwah. Thank you, Lolly, for that. I really, really appreciate it. Aru and Ayu, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm happy to see you. I think this is your first time here. I don't remember your name before, but welcome. I'm here every Tuesday, every Friday, and Sunday. I don't have Sunday written up here. Like last Sunday I was out of town, but this Sunday I'll be here. So always on Tuesdays and Fridays, and sometimes Sundays. Marcos says, keep walking and grab a coffee. That's right. Walking is important. Walking is good for you. Walking will help you in life. Okay, let's count down and say goodbye. Here we go, everyone. We're counting down. We're going to say goodbye until Friday. Until Friday. I'll be back on Friday. Okay, here we go. Let's count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. Love and peace. Be healthy. Stay safe. Smile. I love you. And I will be back on Friday. Have a great week. And everyone, be careful. Stay safe. And thank you for being here with me. Thank you for your kind support. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you. Now I'm going to say goodbye. Bye.